Did the Mariners bring back Patel Marte? And how much money is Jorge Polanco actually going to get? We're going to cover those two key questions as well as some latest MLB award news on this episode of Mariners Daily. Thanks so much for joining me on this episode, guys. Sam Edwards here. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Episode 40 of Mariners Daily. We're moving right along. We hit 70 subscribers. This is freaking fantastic. I really appreciate it. The support in the comments, man. I just want to hear what you guys think. That's it. Feedback, 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 baby. Love to hear it. And yeah, love to hear your guys' thoughts on the Mariners. Their offseason coming up. What's realistic? What's not? What do you think they should do? We know Jerry Dipoto is the manipulator, so I'm curious to see what goes on this offseason. Let's get into the MLB awards. They announced Rookie of the Year. In the AL was Nick Kurtz on the Oakland Athletics. Oh gosh, sorry. Oakland Athletics. Oh no. The Athletics now, just the Athletics, not in Oakland anymore. But yeah, he had an amazing season. He was the fourth overall pick in the 2024 draft, which is absolutely insane how quickly he shot through the minors and they decided to bring him up for 489 plate appearances this season. Absolutely insane. 36 home runs, a 12.9 walk percentage, but a 30.9 K percentage, a 329 isolated power, bro. That's insane. Oh my gosh. Especially rookie. That's crazy. He hit 290 with a 383 on base and a 619 slugging percentage, a 419 WOBA, and then a definitely a lower expected WOBA, 382, a 170 runs created plus 4.6 F4 on the season for Nick Kurtz. Just a fantastic season for him. Hats off. He deserves it. His teammate, oh man, I forgot his name. Jake? Is it Jake? It's Jake. No. Is it Jake? Who's his teammate that got second place? I can't even remember who was second. It doesn't matter. Roman Anthony got third place on the Red Sox. I remember that. Jake Wilson. There it is. Jacob Wilson. Got it. Got it. But yeah, Nick Kurtz, fantastic season, amazing year. I'm curious to see if it continues. Obviously, the power looks very legit, but the strikeouts are also equally legit. Like I said, 30.9 K percentage is fairly high. And yeah, we'll see if he can stay consistent. In the NL side, it was Drake Baldwin, who's a guy that I did not hear too much about. He had a very good season, 446 plate appearances for him on the Atlanta Braves, 19 home runs, a much lower 15.2 K percentage for him. He hit 274 with a 341 on base and a 469 slugging percentage, 351 WOBA, 362 expected WOBA, and a 125 runs created plus. The NL was way less exciting in the rookie territory. So they have the World Series win, but either way, yeah, they're in the rookie department. Not too many guys to speak of. Pardon. Yeah, not too much to speak of. So it was a little more boring. Cade Horton, who was a rookie pitcher on the Chicago Cubs, got second place, and then a rookie pitcher on the Brewers got third place. And I can't remember what his name is. Drew. Nope, not Drew. Can't remember what it is. It doesn't matter. He didn't win. He got third place. It's the first loser, I think, technically. But either way, good season for Baldwin. I had never heard of him before prior to this season, really. Even though he was a top prospect, I just wasn't hearing much about Atlanta Braves prospects, I guess. But yeah, very good season for him. Like I said, a 125 runs created plus, more than above average. Not half as good of a season that Nick Kurtz did have, but maybe a little bit more repeatable. Is that possible? A little more repeatable? We'll see. We'll see. Let's get to our player profile here. Ketel Marte. Player profile is just a time for me to go a little deeper on a player, see what he's done, see what he's doing, and see if we could sign him. You know, a lot of times it's a free agent I'll cover, but it could be a trade option. And today we got to cover the big trade option. Ketel Marte, he's in the news right now. They might want to trade him before his no trade clause kicks in at the start of this season. I'm really curious to see what happens here. He is 32 years old. He is either owed $92 million over the next 5 years, or if he picks up his player option, it'll be 6 years, $103.5 million. So that's kind of like on the worst case scenario, he is below average and you're paying him $103 million over 6 years. And he's 32. So through his age 38 season. But he's one of the best second basemen in the league. I'm going to sneeze soon. I can feel it. I'm going to sneeze any minute now. Ah! Those two sneezes. Damn, you guys ever sneeze twice? I feel like I usually sneeze. If I sneeze more than once, I feel like it's usually 3 times, but here we are. 556 plate appearances for Ketel Marte, 28 home runs. He had an 11.5 walk percentage. He lowered his K percentage this season to a 14.9. It's crazy. A 233 isolated power, a 283 batting average with a 376 on base and a 517 slugging percentage, a 381 WOBA with a 400 expected WOBA, a 145 runs created plus, 4.6 F4 on the season. Absolutely amazing across the board. He's taken his batting to a new level the past 2 seasons, and it's just been incredible. He hired. What am I trying to say? He got even better in the barrel percentage department. Oh no, these words are leaving me. 13.5 barrel percentage, which is 83rd percentile. Insane. A 47 hard hit percentage, 73rd percentile, which is a little bit lower than last year in 2024. So just keep that in mind. But either way, the power is very legit. Contact is so legit, and he is just continually showed to be one of, if not the best second baseman in the game. He's only really had to battle like Jose Altuve for that title. He's just been absolutely amazing, and he would look amazing back on the Seattle Mariners. Oh my goodness. I would love to trade for Ketel Marte. It's going to take a lot on top of a little bit of a risk. And the risk is 32 years old, second baseman. Generally don't age amazingly. That's what I've learned. But you look at a guy like Jose Altuve and he's doing fine. Like, I mean, he's just been Marte has just been so amazing and just so consistent. The walks, the power, the low strikeout percentage. Like, he's just been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's gonna take a freaking haul, though. It's gonna take a haul. So once again, if we are going to make that big deal, we're going to, either trade for that big player, whether it's Tarek Skubal or, Ketel Marte. If we're gonna make one of those big deals, give me freaking Kyle Tucker. I've stayed consistent in this in this decision or whatever. This I don't even have to make a decision, but whatever. I've stayed consistent. I would like Kyle Tucker on this team. No, I don't think right field is our number one priority. But I'd much rather sign him to a huge deal than trade most of our farm for a very good player in Ketel Marte. Like, yes, I would love Ketel Marte. I would rather Ketel Marte over Tarek Skubal, which I did see some of those comments on that Tarek Skubal video that I did last week. And rightfully so. Listen, I don't think starting pitching should be our number one like goal right now either. But if you do plan on trading Luis Castillo, which I'm not saying the Mariners are planning on that, but I've heard a lot of talks. It makes a lot of sense. Get rid of the contract, all of that. I'm probably gonna sneeze again, just to let you guys know. A little warning. Um, I I just think that second base, third base, left field, I think those are definitely your highest priorities right now. We need bats. And if we're going to trade Luis Castillo, maybe you need a backup option, but I don't know if you're going for a guy like Tarek Skubal. Like, yes, if he's available, you owe it to yourself to, you know, give yourself the best ability, the best option going forward, Tarek Skubal, you owe it to yourself to give it a shot. You have to try. Have to try. Because it's freaking Tarek Skubal. Generational player. That's like saying, you know, "Oh, we don't really have room for a DH," and Shohei Ohtani's a freaking free agent. Like, freaking get over yourself. It's one of the best players in baseball. Tarek Skubal, freaking go try to trade for him. I don't care if pitching is not our number one need. He would be such a huge addition. And all of a sudden, when you get into the playoffs, you're going to be extremely happy. You can rely on freaking Tarek Skubal over, maybe one guy that's been a little shaky or something. Okay. It just lengthens it. Also, it does give you the ability to then go, well, maybe we could trade a Logan Gilbert or something, you know? That's all I'm saying. I do think second base is a higher priority, though, and Ketel Marte would fit so perfectly. It would be so amazing. He's exactly the bat we've been looking for. I'd love it. I would love it. Be so awesome. Do I think it's likely? No. Even though we trade with the D-backs fairly often, I don't think it's likely. I don't think it's going to happen. It'd be awesome. Let me know what you guys think. It'd be really, really cool, right? Oh my gosh. It'd be so cool. Now, you know what would also be cool? Is bringing back Jorge Polanco. Like, what a freaking season he had. Absolutely amazing rebound season. How much is it going to cost? How much is it going to cost? He's a little bit older. He's also 32 years old. 524 plate appearances this past year, 26 home runs. He dropped his K percentage so dramatically, which I want to give a clear comparison of his 2025 season versus his 2024 season. This past year, 2025, 265 batting average, a 326 on base, not much to speak of, but either way, 495 slugging percentage, a 132 runs created plus, and a 2.6 F4 on the season. Comparing that to his 2024 season, 469 plate appearances, 16 home runs, not terrible, but nothing amazing. A 9.8 walk percentage. That's almost 2% higher than he had in 2025. Kind of weird. But a 29.2 K percentage. 29.2 versus 15.6 this past year. Insane. He hit 213 in 2024 with a 296 on base and a 355 slugging percentage. He then signed a 1-year deal, 1 year, $7.75 million. Stay with the Mariners. And he does this. He's got a 132 runs created plus, 2.6 F4. He's terrible defensively. He's probably should be a DH, which definitely caps his value quite a bit. But there's not a lot of hitting out there in the free agent market. There's not that many guys, especially infielders. You got Bo Bichette out there. I'm gonna have to really deep dive in this infield market because you get Suarez out there at third. I feel like there's another key third base option, but I can't remember. But either way, we're gonna cover it all this offseason for sure. But like second base, not that many guys on the free agent market. There's plenty of guys on the trade market. That's always an option. I think easily I could see the Mariners looking to fill that hole via trade. Not just because Jerry Dipoto, but yeah, because Jerry Dipoto. But either way, Jorge Polanco is just had such a great season, and I could easily see 32 years old. I could see a three-year, $16 million AAV. What does that come out to? Maybe like 3 years, 40 mil? 3 years, 50? If he gets 3 years, 50, that is a bag, man. Could see it. I could see 3 years, 50. I think that's a lot, man. That's a lot to give him. Maybe he gets 2 years, 40, maybe. Maybe he gets a little bit more AAV, but less years to lessen the risk because he hasn't shown consistently like he's going to do this. He did it prior to 2024. He was consistently in like 115, 118 runs created plus. So, like, he's shown to be above average hitter, and 2024 was a down year. But I think this was also distinctly the high end of what you could get from a full season of Jorge Polanco. So we'll see. I think I think 2 years, 40, 3 years, maybe 3 years, 50, something like that. Something like that feels right. What do you guys think? How much do you think he's going to get? And then also, finally, what's your confidence level at that we're actually going to bring him back? And do you want him back? Do you want Jorge Polanco back? Or would you rather trade for Brendan Donovan? Kind of what we're sitting at here. Do we actually believe that Jorge Polanco can be decent defensively? I don't. And I would prefer if we didn't bring him back. And if we do bring him back, I'd rather him be an additional bat. I don't want him to be the guy at second base. Put him at DH. Don't have to worry about it as much. And the Mariners defense just needs some serious upgrades. And yes, we need to replenish the offense. I understand that's more important. Offense before defense, for sure. But I feel like we can do a little bit of both. I feel like Brendan Donovan could easily be an option. I've covered a lot of guys on here that I think could be serious options to help out both the offense and the defense. I just don't think Jorge Polanco is that guy. My confidence level that they're going to bring him back. He had such a great season. I would love to see him back on the team, but it's not a very high confidence level. I don't think they're going to bring him back. I think he's going to get more money than they're comfortable with. I think 2 years, 40 mil is too much for the Mariners of what they're willing to give. I don't think they're going to do that. They shouldn't if it stops them from getting Josh Naylor. I'll say that. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? I should be allowed to say that. My confidence level, I would give it a 15% likelihood, 20% maybe. Maybe. I could be talked in a little bit more, especially if he ends up just going for a cheaper contract. If he goes for a 1 year deal, now we're talking, baby. Now we're freaking talking. How much would you be willing to give for Jorge Polanco? Maybe that's the conversation we should have. How much? Give me a number. Give me years. He's 32 years old. Great season. Really bad 2024, but was good before that. So I don't know, but he's also going into his mid 30s. Like, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. I want to hear your comments. Like I said, love to hear it. Love to see the discussion. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want a place that you can talk about it in depth and not ignore these sabermetrics, these deep dives. I don't want to ignore that. I want to go deeper. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. Anything you want me to cover on the show. I really appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you back tomorrow. Have a good one.